meteorologist ��𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓 with the first alert forecast. Tony, wet start to the day. So where is the rain focusing right now?
So right now, Cindy, good morning. It looks like Bergen County's dealing with some decent downpours. So some of this coming down moderate, and it's really just begun to blossom. Not seeing thunder here, but I do want my friends in, say, Patterson to Wyckoff, like Oakland, parts of, like, say, Paramus. This is I-80 right here. So just to the north, that's where these showers are headed. So it's crossing the Hudson, places like Yonkers and Ossining. Get ready for that. But watch this, because once this little downpour moves through, there's a break. Okay, so the showers do kind of taper the further west you go. Most of New Jersey is dry, but you see the rain kind of filling in Long Island, parts of the Hudson Valley, and we'll watch another wave of rain move through later today. So we're not quite done with it just yet.
So how long can we expect them to stick around?
So I think a good portion of today is just a good bet to keep the umbrellas on hand. It's not going to be coming down heavy all day, but at times you'll be like, okay, I should probably pull out the umbrella. So right now, a lot of it's like we're seeing some decent downpours out to the west. Let me show you how quickly some of that fills in. I still think during the midday hours, say you're doing lunch, maybe running some errands, I think you catch a little bit of a break at times. It's called intermittent showers, periods of light rain. Meanwhile, temperatures are stuck in the 50s. There's like no wiggle room in the numbers, and it's wet and it's breezy as we deal with that onshore flow. I'm thinking by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, the closer we get to sunset, we should be able to fizzle out most of this rain, taper it to maybe a little drizzle, sprinkle as we get towards this evening, and then improvements from there. And because it's not coming down so heavy, I think we only tally perhaps a quarter of an inch by the time it's all said and done by the end of the day.
All right, how about Mother's Day, Sunday?
A lot of folks thinking about it, right? And mothers deserve the best day we can give them. I don't know if we're delivering on that front. It's not a washout. I think Saturday's shaping up as we look at the weekend holistically. We salvage Saturday. Could do that for you. But showers are back in play Mother's Day morning. That's your best bet of getting wet. But hey, let mom sleep in. She deserves it. And I think by the time she's out doing things outside, we're into a drying trend and by afternoon. Meanwhile, temperatures are going to be cool this weekend. It's not the 80s we had, if you remember, Mother's Day last year. It was so nice, wasn't it? This time around, you'll probably want the long sleeves, the jackets, as those temperatures will be in the 50s.
All right, Tony, thank you. Happening right now, graduation ceremonies getting underway at Columbia University. Due to ongoing protests, the school is not holding the traditional main ceremony on its south lawn. Instead, dozens of smaller ceremonies are taking place. CBS 2's Christina Fan live at Columbia's Campbell Sports Center in Inwood with the update. Christina.
Good morning, Cindy. The first ceremony of the day started about 30 minutes ago. There was a lot of celebration and excitement in the air, but also quite a bit of disappointment ever since the university decided to change its commencement plan. Earlier in the week, Columbia University decided to cancel its main commencement, typically held on the South Lawn, after weeks of pro-Palestinian protests and turmoil on campus. Officials cited security concerns despite the fact they brought in the NYPD, and decided instead to focus on smaller school-level ceremonies where students would be honored individually alongside their peers. The first ceremony of the day is for graduates receiving their master's degree from the School of Professional Studies, many of them traveling from overseas to be here, and they say they were worried for days if they'd have a celebration at all.
Honestly, I would be lying if I said that I wasn't bummed about the 15th May commencement being cancelled. But in the grand scheme of things, I think what was happening on campus was more important, and I stand with it.
It is a little bit sad. I wanted a little bit more festivity considering how much money I'm paying for the university as well. But they're trying to make the best of it, so I hope it goes quietly and smoothly.
Instead of the South Lawn, the new location for most of the graduations will be here at Baker Athletics Complex. University officials say a great deal of effort has been made to ensure the events remain safe as well as respectful. Now, we haven't noticed any issues outside. 4 graduations in total are scheduled for today alone, and they will continue on throughout the weekend and most of next week, ending on Thursday. Reporting live from Inwood, Christina Fan, CBS 2 News.
Christina, thank you. Developing this morning, police are searching for the driver who hit and killed one woman and critically hurt another. It happened in Bushwick, Brooklyn at Eldert Street during the height of the evening rush yesterday. Surveillance video shows a blue vehicle appearing to speed through the intersection, followed moments later by an NYPD squad car. Police have now identified the woman who died as 71-year-old 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗢𝗪.
One that passed away is the grandma, and I feel bad because, it's Mother's Day and we respect that and this tragedy right now. And I really feel sad for them because they're good people,
Police say officers were trying to stop the driver for a traffic infraction before the car took off. Former President Trump is due back in court this hour for his criminal trial after adult film star Stormy Daniels wrapped up her testimony yesterday. Daniels, a key witness for the prosecution, testified she felt shock and surprise when she came back to a Lake Tahoe motel in 2006 and saw Trump on the bed. The former president's lawyers accused her of fabricating the story, but Daniels repeatedly denied being motivated by money. The judge denied the defense team's latest request for a mistrial and rejected efforts to have the gag order modified. We'll bring you the latest developments from court as they happen. A big win for public safety advocates this morning. New York City can now lower the speed limit to 20 miles an hour on most roads, thanks to Sammy's Law, which the governor signed on Thursday. As CBS 2's John Diaz reports, Sammy's mother never stopped fighting for these changes.
This is a joyous but bittersweet moment.
It's been a long and emotional ride for Amy Cohen to get to this moment. Governor Kathy Hochul making Sammy's Law official, named after Amy's son Sammy Cohen Eckstein, a 12-year-old boy whose young life was cut short in 2013 after he was hit by a driver in Park Slope, Brooklyn.
With this legislation, I hope we can learn more children's names because of their accomplishments, their personalities, and their spirit, not their final moments.
After a decade of advocacy, the law now allows New York City to lower its speed limits, something the governor says should have always existed and will reduce the risk of death or injury during vehicular crashes.
5 miles an hour makes a difference between life and death.
With an exception for major thoroughfares in the outer boroughs, the city can change most speed limits from 25 to 20 miles per hour or 20 to 15 miles per hour in slow zones, depending on the location.
All streets are not the same, and we should not have speed limits within the entire city based on the makeup of one belief or one's philosophy.
But some New Yorkers are not convinced that changes will actually make a difference.
I think New Yorkers are going to drive how New Yorkers are going to drive. They will definitely be speeding past, more road rage.
According to the new law, the lower speed limits could only be applied to roads with fewer than 3 lanes. But the governor said that could change in the future. From Park Slope, Brooklyn, John Diaz, CBS 2 News.